New Kodacolor VRG. Great shots were never so simple. EOS.
Fujifilm. Because Fuji think pictures, not snaps.
A couple of weeks ago, I got to go to Long Beach Comic-Con and I decided to shoot it on film. This was my first Comic-Con ever and it was definitely an interesting experience. It took place at the Long Beach Convention Center and it spanned roughly about 2 showrooms. I'm not sure what they're called exactly, not counting any of the panel rooms. And it was a bit small. I did hear from a bit of the cosplayers and some of the people there that they're used to it being a bit bigger. But honestly, for me, I feel like it was the perfect introduction con. It wasn't overwhelming and there wasn't too much going on. It was really fun. I even got to meet Maria Canales Barrera, the actress who plays the mom on the Wizards of Waverly Place, if you're familiar with that show. Now, the first day was very busy. There was a lot going on, a lot of hustle and bustle. One of my friends, I heard them, it took about like an hour and some change to get in. I was able to just walk right up and get my band when I went. Thankfully, just because I had showed up a little bit late, decided to be fashionably late, and it turned out well, or it worked out rather. But the first day was really, really busy. There was a lot of cosplayers on the first day. The second day, not so much. So thankfully, I was able to shoot the entire roll of this Mira 800 film on the first day. Let's talk about the film. I went over to Tuttle Cameras and bought a couple of rolls of 800 speed film just because I figured the light was going to be bad anyway, right? I'd never been, but I figure convention lighting can't be amazing, right? It's not going to be studio quality. I asked someone who had taken pictures at Long Beach Comic-Con before, and yeah, they recommended the higher the ISO, the better. So I went in to go get some 800 speed film, and the one that we're going to talk about today specifically is Mira 800. It's a film that I couldn't find too much information on personally online. I think all I was able to find was a video from the manufacturer themselves and a video from Analog Wonderland. So let's try to add a little bit to the conversation today. On the box, it says made in France, which led me to believe that it was a new film stock or film emulsion completely. Mostly because I thought you had to put that it was made in one country and spooled in another. I know, silly me, right? But I thought that was just kind of normal practice. This wind is just not doing me any favors right now. Goodness gracious. I thought that was just normal practice. I forgot to bring the box with me, but Santa Color 100 is a good example of it. Says made in USA, spooled in Finland, which does let you know whether or not it's a new film emulsion. It's not a brand new film emulsion. It's just something that this company is putting out that's new. But if you want to do a little bit of research, you can see and find out what film stock it actually is. I also don't want this to come off as I am upset with the company for respooling, because that's also not the case. Respooling is fine. I mean, Reflex Labs, Cat Labs, Candido, Cinestill, they're all respoolers. I like them all. It's not the respooling inherently that I didn't like, it's the deceptive practices. And this is what I mean by the deception. On their website, it says that the languaging that they use on their website. Here, let me pull it up directly from the website. This is verbatim from their site. Our passion for analog photography led us to develop a vivid color film rated at ISO 400, delivering affordable but very effective and low-grain solution for photography enthusiasts and professionals. Months of meticulous testing and readjustments have led us to achieve great results with this film. Let me read that again. Thought there was a bug on me. Months of meticulous testing and readjustments have led us to achieve great results with this film. We are proud to share with you a selection of raw image samples which showcase the film's remarkable ability to capture vibrant and warm colors. And then they go on to show some samples. There's that languaging that I feel like I really don't need to go over it, but the languaging that they use led us to develop a vivid color film, months of meticulous testing and readjustments, meaning and implying that they are the ones that are creating this film stock and new film emulsion. And then we go down to the behind the scenes or behind the people kind of thing. Mira Films is founded by two cousins, Alexis and Sergey. Serge or Sergey, I'm not sure. Forgive me if I mispronounce that. No disrespect, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Both analog lovers. They worked together in a photo processing lab in Paris before deciding to create a film company in 2022. It was a long journey before bringing to life Mira Films, since ramjet removal and automated canister loading are huge technical challenges. After almost 2 years of research and development, they are proud to announce the launching of the first color film, the Mira Color 400. Because of all that languaging, that is what I am meaning behind that. I know what you're thinking, but Juan, they're talking about their 400 speed film. They're not talking about their 800 speed film here. They could just be using the 800 speed film to build up capital or finances to to promote and fund the 400 speed film. I thought the same thing, until I saw Analog Wonderland's video on it, in which they said that Mira 400 specifically is a C41 cinema film with the ramjet layer removed. I believe that's an exact quote.
Mira 400, a C41 cine film with the ramjet layer removed, offering beautifully rich colors.
And this wind, my hair, goodness gracious. And if it is a C41 cinema film with the ramjet layer removed, then there's no other option. It has to be Kodak Vision 3 500T for the 800, and I believe 250D for the 400. And if you still don't believe me, man, this wind. If you still don't believe me, then I present for your consideration the film negatives. On the film negatives, it says Eastman followed by the numbers 5219. Who makes cinema film aside from, gasp, Eastman Kodak? And wouldn't you know it, but printed on the spool of film itself of Kodak Vision 3 500T is printed the film stock number 5219. Meaning that this film, the Mira 800, and the other film stock, the Mira 400, is no different from Cinestill 800T and Cinestill 400D respectively. Well, that's not completely true. The Mira 800 is $1 more expensive, so there is that difference. All of that, and I still haven't talked about the actual film stock itself. That's actually for a reason. That's because this film stock is basically just Cinestill 800T or Kodak Vision 3 500T with the ramjet layer if you're used to shooting that. Or Candido 800 or 500, whatever their low light film is. Reflex Lab 800, Cat Labs 800. I think even Flick Film has a respool of this film. Basically any sort of 800T film that is out there, this is the same thing. But just for fun, I'll talk a little bit about it and give you my thoughts personally about it. Overall, I did really enjoy the film, but that's probably just because it's Kodak Vision 3, right? But again, who asked? I also did really like their packaging. Mira 800 did an excellent job on their packaging. It's very bright, very colorful, very eye-catching. I also really like that they used gold foil on it. You don't see that foiling too much anymore. That's more of like an old school kind of thing, old school film photography kind of thing rather. I also really like the way that they cut out their DX coating. Most film canisters, I gotta like squeeze my way through here. Most film canisters will just have little like black and silver squares for their DX coating, but what Mira 800 did instead was cut out these little, they look like film canisters with the film leader sticking out. And I thought that was really fun, really creative, really different. It was just really cute. I enjoyed it. I loved it. Overall, I got to give their packaging a 10 out of 10. It's just really good packaging, really good design. The packaging is kind of half what sold it on me, or sold me on it. I think I said that right? Right? Anyways. Whoop. should you buy the film? I believe the answer ranges from it depends to no. If you have access to a film shop or a film store, a film lab that has Flick Film, I believe it's Flick Film Aurora or something. No, that might be Portra. But Flick Film, Candido, Cat Labs, any other sort of respooler, even Cinestill, if it's cheaper, just go with the cheaper option. But if this is the only option available to you, then yeah, go for it. It's Kodak Vision 3 500T with the ramjet layer removed, just respooled. And if this is the only way that you have access to it, then go for it. It's not a bad film. It's not any poorer than any other brand. It is just a bit more expensive than every other brand. It's nothing personal to Mira. If you want to support them, then please, by all means, go support them. I'm not saying don't. With how expensive film is getting and is going to continue to get, I just can't personally justify spending a premium on an item that is exactly the same as 4 or 5 other shelves on, or 4 or 5 other items on the shelf, excuse me. If I personally can't justify spending that premium, then I'm definitely not going to be able to recommend it. Ultimately speaking, this is just how I feel personally. You may feel differently. Please let me know in the comments below. Mira, if you genuinely are releasing a brand new 400 speed film stock, then please send me a couple of rolls. I'd love to try it out and be proven wrong. But until then, whether you're shooting 35mm, 110, 120, large format, Polaroid, Instax, or digital, please keep shooting and go tell someone you love them.
What makes a memory so special is that it happens only once and